Thank you. Thank you for the introduction, although I did not understand anything, but I hope it was something nice about me. Kalimera. My name is Jovana Smoljanović-Tucakov, and I am content and SEO lead at Melograno Ventures, where we work with a few well-known WordPress products, like maybe you've heard WP Amelia or WP Data Tables. So I specifically work on content and SEO, and that's exactly what I'm gonna talk to you about today. AI content and AI in content. So as you probably already know or are aware, AI has completely transformed the way we do content today. It has changed the way we do our research, write our content. It affected even the topics we write about, and it has also changed the way our readers perceive our content and the way our readers trust us. To be honest, AI has transformed the way we think. So the question is, if AI can handle all of that, should we leave it to handle it by itself? And another question that is very connected to the first one is whether AI is hurting our content or helping us. And that's exactly what today's talk will be about. That is the main goal, to discover what AI does with content. So every day, we have like 1 million of AI-generated content appearing online. AI-generated articles, social media posts, LinkedIn updates, even now video content, graphic images, everything is created with AI. And everything is very fast. We created fast enough for us that allows us to scale. Everything is optimized, but not everything is meaningful. So if not everything is meaningful, does that necessarily means that AI is hurting our content or not? Based on my experience, because we've been experimenting with AI a lot at Melograno Ventures in the last 2 years, and I can confidently say, based on all of the research we've done, that AI does not necessarily hurt our content, but it can help us do amazing things and create wonderful content. But the most important thing is that we know what we can expect from it, and that we understand what AI can and cannot do for our content. And that is the goal of today's talk, that you understand what works when it comes to AI in content, what backfires, and...
There will be some people joining. Just keep it in mind.
Okay, okay, that's fine. So what works, what backfires, and how we can use AI to work for us and not instead of us. But before, let's just wait a bit.
Quick iteration.
Wow, there's a lot of people willing to listen to the, okay, I did not see this coming. I wasn't nervous before, but now a bit, yes.
Nobody knew where is track
And that's why, yeah. Okay. It is a bit complicated to, yeah. It is. I agree.
Θα έχει κάποιες καρεκλίες, θα θέλουμε έξτρα, μην απέχει Θεό. Εκεί χτυπάμε το κεφάλι μας συνήθως, να σου κάνω λίγο. Το μόνο που θα παρακαλέσω, όσοι έχετε πάρει καφεδάκια και μεζεκλίκια, αφήνετε έξω. Παίρνετε φρέσκα μετά, δεν απαγορεύει κανένας. Ναι, το φέρτε αυτό στα δω. Κάθεστε εκεί από εδώ καρέκλες. You see what happens?
Wow, I'm impressed.
Stay a little bit.
Okay, yeah. No rush, no problem.
I'm going to try to do it.
Okay, yeah.
Καθίστε. Μπορέσαμε όλοι. Είμαι δάσκαλος. Λέει και εδώ πέρα διευθές, έτσι. Εδώ έχει μια καλή. Και εδώ έχει μια θαλασσμένη. Δεν μας τα είπαν αυτά. Δεν μας τα είπαν αυτά. Κάτσε λίγο να κάνουμε ψάματα.
Should I? Yeah, a bit, yes. It was easier when it was a fewer people. No pressure, yes.
Very, very quickly. Ξεκινήσαμε λίγο, γιατί δεν συντονιστήκαμε σωστά. Η Γιώβανα από εδώ, από τη Σερβία, από τη φίλη χώρα Σερβία, θα σας πει για AI και context. Είχε ξεκινήσει. Θα τη ζητήσω να κάνει πολύ γρήγορο intro recap για να είστε όλοι στο πνεύμα. So just do a very quick intro on what you said and...
Thank you. Thank you. So, for those of you who were already here, you will hear this again. And for all of those who joined later, just quickly to go through the introduction so you know what I'm going to talk about. So basically, my name is Jovana, and I work for a few WordPress products like WP Amelia and WP Data Tables. And in my company, Melograno Ventures, we've been experimenting with AI a lot for the past 2 years. And we tried to discover whether AI is useful. How useful is it? Can it help us scale content production? Can it help us create better, more engaging content? Or it will lead us to failure, it will lead to content that flops, will it backfire, will our audience leave us? Because AI has changed everything, and probably you all know this, in terms of how we approach content, how we create it, how we do our research, how we write, and on the other hand, how our audience sees us, reads our content, engages with us, trusts us, and so on. So basically today's talk will be about how we, as content creators and marketers, can first of all know what we can expect from AI, and then how we can use it to our advantage so AI works for us and not instead of us. Because when we leave AI do things on its own, it tends to be very chaotic, And we end up with millions of articles, social media posts, videos, AI-generated graphics, which a lot of them, let's say, are not that useful. So let's see how to create something useful with AI and facilitate our process. But before we go there, let's just quickly take a look at how fast this adoption of AI happened. This is one of the fastest, probably, adoption of completely new technology we have here, because in 2022, when AI appeared in marketing and in content, we've seen it all like a novelty, like something fun we can use to experiment a bit and to see what we get. But then, with ChatGPT and Notion, Surfer, Gemini, and a lot of tools that emerged in 2023, we've adopted AI. We started using it in our everyday work as content creators. Then came search generative experience, or AI overviews, what they are calling them today, that further changed the entire way we do and perceive content. And today, content workflows that are automatic, that are automized, are becoming mainstream. And that's why it's not a question if we are going to use AI. No, we are using it. We are far past that if. But now the question is how to use it. Before we answer the question, let's first have a look at some common misconceptions about AI. This is the first problem, the first roadblock we come into when we start using AI, because a lot of people, have you noticed how fast the adoption happened? It is completely normal that we still don't understand the technology, don't understand what we can get from it, and that's why we have certain expectations which are not entirely true. The first myth that I hear from people who are, let's say, fearful, they fear AI, they don't trust it, they don't want to adopt it, they fear it, and they think that AI is going to replace writers. Let me tell you that that is not possible. That will not happen, because, as you will see later in the presentation, AI without humans can do nothing. But to be honest, when I say it won't replace writers, I mean good writers, writers that understand their brand, customer journey, how to write, how to engage, writers who understand their audience. Lazy writers, well, yes, maybe they will eventually get replaced by AI, and that is something that is left to be seen, but anyway, that percentage will be low. So, next, the other myth is from people overly enthusiastic about AI. They tend to believe that AI, if you create content with AI, well, you will rank first spot, definitely AI knows everything, AI overviews, robots, everything is connected. No, that won't happen. If you use only AI, you will not rank. And other than that, the whole idea of ranking today is, again, different. Ranking in the first place is not the same like it was a few years back. That's not true. And the other side of the coin are, again, people who don't like AI, who say, well, if you use AI to generate your content, any part of your content will flop, because Google will recognize the phrases, the things you use in the content, they will flag it as AI generated, and your content will flop. Again, not true, because Google, in fact, doesn't care at all who wrote the content. is it human or is it a robot? The only thing Google cares about is how useful your content is, how valuable it is, how unique it is, and how engaging for your audience it is. If you can do all of that, if you can tick all those boxes with using AI, well, Google will say bravo, well done, and will put you in the first spot. And the last myth, again, coming from overly enthusiastic people, is that AI understands everything. It understands content. It is enough for you to say, hey, ChatGPT, hi, hello, can you write me a blog post on the topic this and this? And he will do it, and that's it. Again, not true, because AI models, at least for now, and I believe that won't change at least for a while, do not understand context. They are not good enough to understand context. They lack judgment. They lack sequencing. They lack emotion. They lack storytelling. They lack all the things that are essential for you to create good content. So once you have these expectations checked, I mean, once you realize what can or cannot happen, your attitude towards AI will begin to change. And you will learn how to use AI for all the advantages it has to offer to us. And AI, let me tell you, has a lot of advantages when it comes to content creation, which we will discover later on. Because the AI's main job is, as I said, not to provide us with a ready article or update or anything, any written material, but it is to do some heavy lifting for us, to do tasks that are repetitive, that are time-consuming, that are research-heavy. And that's why AI is extremely beneficial and useful to use for research summaries. So when you have a lot of material that needs to be digested quickly, for example, you are writing an article about some scientific topic, and you have a lot of different research papers to cover. If you use AI, it can summarize those materials for you. Another thing AI is good for is outline enhancement, and I would like to stress this. I will go into details quickly about this outline, but just remember enhancements and not outline creation. AI should be used to improve the existing outline you provide. Another thing where AI is really good is to create the first draft for you. So once you feed it with structure, with outline, you can use it to create the draft for you. But mind you, it's a draft. It's not a complete article. It's not a complete piece. It's just the first version of what you are talking or writing about. Next, of course, and this one is a no-brainer, I think, content improvements and edits. So AI really does well with checking your grammar, checking your clarity, creating more concise sentences. So this is a yay thing. FAQs, yes, also similar to research summaries. You can use it to create FAQs from, but this part of, when it comes to FAQs, it is best to do it together with your SEO team, or if you are both content creator or SEO, you can do it by yourself, because FAQs should be based on what your users are actually looking for, and that is not something that AI, at least for now, can do 100% correctly. So it's best to consult your SEO team, to give some of the FAQs, to create some of the FAQs for you based on what searchers Google for, and then use AI to enhance those FAQs, to create maybe even more questions that you, once you read them, decide are useful. And finally, this is what it does best for me. When it comes to repurposing content, I usually have to do really little here on my side. Because when you give your AI, for example, a blog post and say, hey, can you turn this into a LinkedIn update and a newsletter and social media post, AI usually does it. But mind you, you have to say that you don't want any facts to be changed. So, and it usually does this very well. Now, as you can see, there is a lot of things that AI does well, and these are all things that save a lot of time. We will later see how much time concretely I save with AI. But when you have something good going on, of course, there is always something other to look to, something bad. So these are, I listed here 4 main disadvantages, drawbacks, pitfalls of AI content that a lot of content creators often overlook. Now, I want to stress this, relying solely on AI for outlines. There is actually a lot of advice out there that says that you should use AI for outlines, that AI will help you. From my experience, this is a wrong advice, and it is a thing that can make or break your content, because if you leave this entirely to AI, what I witnessed is a lot of sections, key sections for customer journey omitted, a lot of repeated sections, a lot of, just the title is different, but the section, the idea behind the section is the same, so you get a lot of fluff. And more often than not, the narrative is all wrong. The sequences are not logical enough to follow the way we humans think. So this is why I advise strongly against using AI to create your outline. Instead, create your outlines by yourself, feed your outline to the AI, and you can ask it then to help you enhance, and AI can suggest some sections that you might overlooked, and you can include them in your content, and that is the best outline out there you will get. Second is using AI-generated data without verification. As you all know, AI can hallucinate, and if you use it without checking the data, you can end up with a lot of problems, a lot of factual problems in your article. And if your audience sees this, they will learn that they cannot count on you when it comes to facts, when it comes to something that is right, and that can really hurt you in the long run. So always check the facts, the data. Another thing is ignoring brand voice and human nuance. So if you leave AI to write everything for you, there will not be a story. There will not be emotion. There will not be your brand in that content. And that is something that your audience connects with. And finally, scaling low-value content instead of high-value content. And this is something, again, that I see very often because a lot of people who use AI use it just to speed up their content production and to create more and more and more and more and more and more articles, but that's not the point, and it shouldn't be the point. It will hurt your relationship with your customer if you continue doing this. So use AI to smartly scale high quality content. You will create less content pieces, but they will be much better and they will convert, because that's the ultimate goal of your content, is to convert your customers, whether to sign up on a newsletter or buy your product or do any kind of action. If you do it like this, then you will keep seeing conversions going up. Okay, so now I would like you to take a look at this because I want you to talk about some key things that you might have already guessed, where us humans are still vital. So we can leave some things to AI to handle, but when it comes to us humans, AI content, as we said, it does not have depth. It does not have nuance. Because AI relies on pattern recognition and not emotion, not experience, not real insight. So it's our job to add context, add data, and to show that we are experts in that matter that we are writing about. The other thing is with brand voice, like I mentioned before, AI is not able to replicate your brand's voice. You are the only ones that know what your brand sounds like, so use it. And when you get a draft from your AI, you are the ones that need to refine phrasing, to inject storytelling, and to ensure that your content sounds just like your brand does. Another thing is the connection to the user, like we mentioned before. AI cannot connect with your users not only because of lack of emotions, but AI essentially does not understand user intent. And what is user intent? When someone Googles for a keyword and searches for your content, they sometimes want to find out information, they want to make a purchase, they want to complain, they have a problem that they are hoping somebody will take care for them. AI doesn't understand that. So it's your job to reframe the content to fit your customer journey, to fit your audience's needs. And limited strategic judgment, of course, AI is not able, and I believe that it will not be able to do this in a very long time. It is not able to decide what should be written next or why. And again, it is your job to do that. It is your job to think about your customer, your business strategy, your content strategy, and to make sure you have everything covered when it comes to real strategic part of content. So as you can see, AI is great for handling not so strategic tasks, more operational tasks, everything that is related to strategy, thinking, deciding, emotion, storytelling. It is still your job to do it. I want you to think about this sentence here. So if you remove your story, your human perspective from your content, what is left for users to connect to? Nothing. Right? They cannot connect to a robot. Not a single user can do that. We people connect through emotions, through warmth, through ideas, and cannot connect with robots. So that's exactly how you should look at this. So you should use AI's strengths and human strengths to combine them, and then you will get that system that maximizes what AI does best. What AI does best and what you humans do best. Now I'd like you to take a look at these three very short paragraphs and to see whether you can guess which one or which ones, or maybe all of them, are written by AI, which one is written by humans, or in this case me, and which one is a combination. So when it comes to the first one, Can you please raise a hand if you think that the first paragraph is completely AI-generated paragraph? Okay, okay, very well. And the second one, how many of you believe that the second paragraph is completely AI-generated? Okay, I see a few hands. And the third one, AI, human? How many of you for AI? And how many of you for human? Okay, so this experiment shows that a lot of you are not really so sure when it comes to deciding what robots created and what humans created. I will tell you now that the first paragraph is completely AI generated. So I did not change a single thing, not even a full stop at the end. Everything is AI. And as you can see, it is clear, it is concise. You understand what's happening, right? You understand it, but it does lack some kind of connection with the reader. The second one is what I created, so without the help of AI. As you can see, it starts with the question. Of course, AI-generated content can also start with a question, but questions are something we people often use to create that first connection with somebody. And the third one is actually what we can do when combining AI and humans. The first sentence is AI generated, and the second sentence is edited by me to create more emotion, more storytelling in this short paragraph. So the third option is what we can aim for, because for the second option, of course, I needed like 2 minutes to write this. But if you have an article of 1,000, 2,000 words or more, if you are writing every single word, it will take you some time. So as I said, the answer is hybrid workflow, where AI accelerates repetitive and research-heavy tasks, and we focus on storytelling and emotion. Let's now go through the workflow. I have steps, very actionable steps here for you to take that you can take and incorporate in your workflows. So you can replicate what, for example, us at Melograno are doing. First of all, what you need to do once you get your keyword or topic, or once you decide on the topic you wish to write about, do your own research and include your own data. Do not rely on AI to do this step for you. This is a crucial step. If you miss it, AI will hallucinate things and you will say, oh, this is great, it sounds very nice, it has 2,000 words, perfect. Well, it is not. So do this by yourself, but as I mentioned, use AI to help you summarize very long research material. I gave you a prompt example you can use. Of course, you can align it to fit your own goals and needs. The second thing, once you do your research, again, I know I am repeating myself, but this is crucial. Do your outline, draft it manually, provide structure for the AI, and then you can use it to help enhance your outline. Again, prompt example, but you can tweak it, use it to your own needs. Now, when it comes to drafting and edits, the first part you do by yourself. This is the part where you work together with AI. I usually start by feeding my outline and telling to the AI to create the first draft for me. So the AI, based on my structure, gives the draft, finished draft, and then I go through the draft and together with AI change certain sections, things, sentences, paragraphs. I leave grammar, clarity, and conciseness to the AI. If I, when I read the draft, see that some sections, some sentences, some paragraphs are not are not structured very well, or they don't have a logical narrative, or they have grammar mistakes, although usually when you create something with AI, it tends not to have grammar mistakes. So I use AI for that on my first draft. I will skip just here for a bit. And I am the one who handles storytelling. So I am the one who connects the dots, who creates the story between the paragraphs. I am the one who gives examples, real life examples, examples from my work, examples from my experience, examples that our users, for example, gave to us when using our product. And of course, I am the one that tries to get my emotion out there on the paper. So to try to connect with my reader. As I mentioned before, I am the one that handles data interpretation and brand voice. AI cannot do this. Do not rely on it for this. And I leave AI, sometimes I'm not, when this is done, when I have my first draft, when I did this emotion and examples and everything, I have almost finished piece in front of me. Sometimes it happens when I read it that I still feel that something is missing, but I don't have inspiration, I am not focused anymore, I have a lot of things to do. And then I sometimes ask it and I test it. Sometimes it gives good answers, sometimes not, to, for example, rewrite some parts of the text to make it more engaging. Sometimes it does that well, sometimes it doesn't. You can test this. And of course, as I said, FAQs are all AI and your SEO team. And once you have the article ready, it is time for you to optimize it and to repurpose, because usually when we publish an article, we want to create a LinkedIn post, social media or something, or maybe a video script for it, something like that. So you can ask AI to repurpose it for a different channel, to create snippets and meta tags, to check whether your keywords appear in the content, and it is your job to do final polishing, to check whether there is a unique point of view that only you can provide, and to ensure that intent, remember what I said, like whether a user is looking to get information, to purchase, to complain, to browse, to do something, whether the intent is aligned. Now that you've covered all these steps, I know it might look a lot now, but actually, let me show you something. So, actually, this is all really a quick process. Before AI, myself, I used to need at least 4 hours to write a good quality piece of content that is connected with the brand, so it's not entirely top of the funnel topic, very easy topic. It is like a medium level. So it took me around 4 hours to do this. 2 hours for research and outline, 1 hour to do the first draft, and then 1 hour for editing. But mind you, one thing, I did not include here the process of posting it on WordPress, publishing it, doing images, videos, or whatever. This is just purely content related. And also, this is when we talk about senior writers, this 4 hours. And for media writers, it can take the entire day, maybe even more if the topic is very difficult. And for juniors, this can take a few days. So mind you, 4 hours for a senior experienced writer. Today, with the workflow I showed you here, I need 1 hour and 15 minutes to do everything and to have a really solid piece of content at the end, which means that weekly or daily I can produce even more content than before, and I saved a lot of time, 75%, which is a lot. And once you experiment with the workflow I gave you, you will see that how easy it is once it became part of your routine. And let me just quickly go through the future of AI and content. First of all, and that's why I say it's not a matter of whether you are willing to use AI. You will use it because it is something you will have to do, because the entire future of content lies in AI-assisted workflows. Everything will revolve around AI. Also, co-pilot models are even now becoming a thing. So that means that while you are writing, AI will automatically add suggestions, improvements. It will be like an assistant. Hey, are you sure that you should do it like this? Maybe insert this there, and so on. Another thing, voice and multimedia AI. As you all know, AI-generated videos, graphics, because that's also part of the content. And the very important thing is that AI overviews completely change how we find content, because before it was enough for you to appear on the first page in the first few spots and that's it. Today, no. Today you will appear in the AI overview. And the way to appear in the AI overview is not to churn out as many content pieces as you can. No, it is to show to the robots that your content is unique, it's valuable, it's engaging, it provides something new. And the way to do it is not through AI alone. AI needs your signals, your authorship, experience, depth, emotion, something that only you can give to the content. So, in the futures, we will probably see fewer content pieces created, but deeper ones. If you are looking to like future-proof your content, now is the time to give your content authorship, authority, brand voice, and emotion. So, conclusion, the future of content isn't AI versus humans, and we shouldn't look at this that way. The future is AI with human creativity guiding the way. So thank you very much. Evharisto. Now, if we have time for questions, I am happy to answer to the best of my abilities. Yes, hi.
Well, first of all, thank you. A small gift for your travel, so you remember us here in Athens.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It was a full house. We needed more space, but it is what it is. Thank you all for being here. We don't have much time for questions, but since Jovana was delayed, we can have a couple of questions. So let's start over there.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. If I may, two very short questions. First one, you mentioned that you need 1 hour and 50 minutes to create content.
Yes. Yes.
And juniors usually without AI need few days.
Yes.
Do you recommend using AI to juniors, and what are the risks?
I recommend using AI for juniors, but with guidance from media writers. So media writers should explain some basic principles of using AI to juniors. And once juniors create their first few articles with AI, medias or seniors, depending on your organizational structure in your company, should definitely revise very closely the articles because, first of all, juniors are not usually that skilled with using AI. And second of all, they are usually not that confident when it comes to brand voice, when it comes to your entire brand story. So they will definitely need guidance. But if in the past they needed 2 days to, for example, create the content, now with the help of AI and guidance of a media or a senior creator, they will probably cut their time to 1 day. which significantly facilitates the process. I hope that.
Hello, thank you very
Hi.
much. You gave us some principles on how content can be generated and made for SEO. My question is are the same principles apply for GEO?
Yes, this is not for SEO, AIO, whatever you like to call it. This way of creating content will ensure that no matter what is happening in the industry, is it SEO, GEO, AIO, whatever the name is, your content will remain useful, will remain out there, will remain the content that gets picked up by robots or whatever the layout of Google's first page is. This is from our experience because we had content written like this even before AI. I mean, when the focus was on quality, and that content lives pretty well even today. So I hope that answers your question.
Anyone else? I think you're tired. You want coffee already. Thank you for being here. Just keep in mind, this presentation will be online in a YouTube channel, in the WordPress TV, and also the actual presentation will be uploaded as well. And you will definitely stick around for questions.
Of course, I'm here, so.
Just find here, isolate, start asking questions, doing whatever. Get knowledge. Maybe we do have time, just 2 minutes for a quick question. Yeah.
Hi, can
Hi.
I ask, previously when I wanted to write an article about something, I usually would go into other companies that do offer a service. I will go into Google and search for the service and see at the bottom what else are they looking for, and make a lot of research in order to create just the headlines of my article in order to complete then the article. Is that something that you do with AI, the research of what you need to do?
Not really. I have to do that part by myself. So I am the one that needs to, for example, look at what people are searching for. But I can use AI to summarize my competitors, or, for example, to find content gaps by analyzing their blog posts, their articles, to see what they are writing about, for example, and what I can write about, or I can use it to analyze some of their top performing articles to see what kind of, I can use AI to analyze the structure and to recommend based on their top performing articles how I can approach.
Well, thank you very much. I would like to a big applause. Okay, fair enough, fair enough.